This is Michael Spedden, and welcome to Fowl Players Radio, your one-stop shop for all of your pop culture needs. We feature interviews from musicians, actors, comics, dancers, authors, and much, much more, up-and-coming artists and beloved favorites. We've got it all, people on stage, backstage, out front, and behind the scenes. Sit back and relax. Let's have some fun.
Hi, this is A.D. Adams.
And Paul Williams with Escape the Hive.
You are listening to Fowl Players Radio. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. This is Richie Davis.
And Sean Barr from Tainted Saints.
We're listening to our main man right now in Baltimore, Michael Spedden on Fowl Players Radio.
And welcome again to another episode of Fowl Players Radio, Season 11. We've got 11. It goes all the way to 11 and beyond. Michelle Armiger and Kim Yates of Scarlet Angel have joined us tonight to talk about a milestone they've accomplished, 40 years of Scarlet Angel. And they're going to be moving in a new direction soon. We're going to talk about that and also reminisce about the old days. I remember meeting him at the Monsters of Edgerock in the 80s. We're also going to talk about some of the clubs that were around back then, much, much more. We had a great time, getting together, and there's some of my favorite people in the scene around here. I've known them for a while, and they're always doing great stuff. Their website is currently under construction, so their Facebook page is what they're using for that for the time being. And the links to that and for Kim's Crypt are going to be in the show notes. The Fowl Players of Perryville are back in action and have upcoming shows on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, Fifth Company Brewing in Perryville, Maryland, and others. If you're interested in seeing a show, the website is fowlplayersofperryville.com. And if you're interested in booking us, foulplayersperryville@yahoo.com or 443-600-0446. Remember, every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. is the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show on 97underground.com, where we feature songs you forgot you liked, classics that never die, interviews with up-and-coming and classic beloved bands. Go to 97underground.com and download the free app today and listen to us wherever you go. We also thank you for watching and listening to Fowl Players Radio. Our main website is foulplayersradio.com, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@foulplayersradio. Remember to support our guests in their endeavors. Links to their books, albums, tickets to their shows, and much, much more can be found in the show notes of each episode. We'll be right back with Scarlet Angel. Stick around.
Hello, this is John Piet.
Kevin Schmidt.
And Jerry Bozick.
And we're August, a little band from Virginia. You can hear our story, other stories from the legendary Baltimore, D.C. music scene, and much, much more with Michael Spedden on Fowl Players Radio. You can find it at www.foulplayersradio.com, on YouTube, and wherever you find podcasts online. Keep rocking.
And welcome back to Season 11. We've got 11 yes. Seasons, and we go up to, we're going to go past 11. We're going to go into Season 12 too, hopefully, if I'm still alive and all that good stuff at the end of the year. But today we have friends of mine who have been on the show before. I've known them probably for about 35 years. I first met these two. They didn't remember me that much, but at the Monsters of Edgerock Festival back in like 88 in Edgemere, playing in somebody's backyard. It kind of reminded me of Fat Albert's Junkyard a little bit. And it was in somebody's backyard, and I forget what rate. It may have been 97 that was at least announcing it if they didn't sponsor it. But I remember you all, and I remember Mike Diamond's band, Diamond Gypsy, playing there that day too. And yep, and somebody said the hamburgers tasted weird, but I didn't have any money to get one anyhow. But a big year for my friends Michelle Armiger and Kim Yates of Scarlet Angel.
Yes.
Here to announce a lot. Yep.
I'm the drummer, the backup vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle is the guitar player and leader of the band. She started in 1984. I joined in 1986.
Right. So we're celebrating 40 years of Scarlet Angel this year and a new direction.
Yeah.
A brand new direction for the band and everything. So tell us all about this here. I'm really excited to hear because it is exciting news. It's a milestone and another important announcement. So go for it.
But
Yeah. Well, we've been playing in a lot of the local clubs, and I just feel like Maryland's not really big on original music. So we most of the time play 4 hours of cover music. And
well, we sprinkle the originals in.
Yeah, we do sprinkle the originals in, but we've opened for national acts and we want to continue to do that, but we like to switch our focus to just primarily originals right now, just recording a new new compilation albums, new Scarlet Angel CDs. We're talking about doing some events and stuff for the 40-year anniversary, because that's a long time. And we, our former singer Abby Otradovic and our bass player Barry Bergoffen, they recently left us on good terms because they wanted to. Barry wants to pursue a different type of music, and Abby's got a lot of irons in the fire. And so we're currently looking for a new singer and bass player. So we put the ad out, I think, earlier this week, and then we've got some responses, and we're going to pursue those. Some things that some people that I'm really excited about, that have a lot of experience that I think they can take us to a different level with contacts, recording, and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I look forward.
Wonderful. That's good news. It was a shame to see both of them go, because I know them as well. I mean, they're both great at what they do. They're both great people. But that's the thing. It's better to if you're going to make that decision, to let people know what direction you want to go in and go ahead and do it. Instead of making a situation that ends up being a bad situation. It was still still a decent situation. They made that decision.
We've played some great shows with them, and we've actually opened up for a lot of national acts with them, and with our previous members too, when we had Jackie and Rich. But we're hoping to do the same and open up for some new acts, and maybe a mini tour, or we're going to definitely work on our 4th CD, because we already had 3 CDs out, and also do a video. And speaking of our 3 CDs, Scarlet Angel, which is totally out of print right here. This is our first one.
Collector's
item. Came out, I believe, in 2004, I think. And then this one came out in
2009.
2009. This one is our second one. It's Enter the Magic. Real good stuff on here. And then this is our third that came out in 2019. This is Rise Metal Angels, and this is our 3rd CD. And we're actually working on our 4th when we get the new members, and we're going to do a video of one of the songs off of our 3rd CD with Abby and Barry, since they're on the CD.
Sure. Well, good. So it seems like you've got great material out. I have all of those CDs. They're all good. I mean, there's songs off of them that I think are just really great, and a variety of sounds too. You had 3 different lineups for those 3 albums, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, I believe it was on the first CD, John Mooney played bass, and Jackie sang. And the second CD,
Jackie sang,
and Rich played bass.
Yeah, Rich Wilcox. He's in Awaken. It's another local band.
And then the third CD, Abby and Barry played on that one.
Right.
So you have a 4th CD, it'll be different members as well.
But
it's always been us 2 on guitar and drums and backup vocals. And I sing the lead vocals on a few songs. Blue Angels and Butterflies, which is on our 3rd. The Czar, Acts by the Angels, which is on our 2nd CD.
And there was the one song, I think, The Northman, that Rich sang.
Yes. Right.
That's a good
song
too. It's great. It's great. So, I mean, you've always had, good lineups of people here, and you've had a lot of people that bring different things to the table and everything. I'm really interested to hear what you come up with next. I'm sure it's going to be great no matter what you do.
We're looking forward to it.
Yep. And
oh, I'm sorry, Mike, but at the same time, it's kind of like going through a death. Like when you change something, you kind of have to give up your old life or activities to start your new stuff. And it's kind of like, it's painful. It's mixed emotions. Because Abby and Barry were really, really good people. They're really good bandmates, very supportive. They weren't really into drugs and alcohol. And it's hard. And they were drama free. I mean,
they really were. They were good friends. Well, we're all still great friends. You know,
Yeah.
we talk. I probably talk to Abby just about every day, and yeah, we're going to continue to be great friends and support their bands, and they support ours as well. So, and this was they did a compilation album of our own music in Germany, and this came out. When did this come out?
It came out after Enter the Magic, probably 2008 or 2009 or something like that. It was from High Roller Records in Germany. So they kind of did all the best songs that they liked off of the first and second CDs.
And if you can get a hold of it, you're lucky, because this is also sold out, and it's got a really cool liner in it, and it's got a bunch of really neat pictures. And
yeah, they did a really nice insert for the album. Yeah, like I used to love doing that, coming home and getting my albums out and looking at the inserts and lyrics.
Yeah, I still buy albums. Funny, I bought that Haunted Mansion picture disc over there. I got it from Barnes and Noble. Couldn't believe it. But check this out.
Yeah, but like they put like pictures
really cool
from
pictures.
all the cast, and all the lyrics are in it.
Yep,
and then
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Then,
so you were signed with a record company over that. You had some sort of contract. They put together the best of the first two albums and made that album.
Yes.
That's awesome. And
it's really a lot of pictures too that you can't even find anywhere. It's really, really cool. So if they can find this, and
it's really a collector's item. So
here's the album itself. You can see the little label there.
Yeah.
So, and of course, we all know about the 97 Underground album, Beast from the East, Volume 1.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That from 1987?
Maybe, I don't know. You think 97 Underground would put out a Volume 2 since this is Volume 1? Or
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I've not heard any talk about that when I meet with, the owner and things like that. I'm sure it wouldn't be impossible, but I just haven't heard any discussion of it as it stands right now. But that would be great, because I do play your stuff on my show. I've been playing. I've had a number of times I've been playing. I've played Blue Angels and Butterflies. I've played played that a number of times. I played Scarlet Angel.
Yeah, that's
Chains of
powerful.
Rock for my Halloween. For the Halloween special, I played Jack-o'-lantern.
Yes, that's a fun one. We haven't played that in years. We got to bring that back.
And I do mention that, you were artists on the 97 Underground album. And by the way, too, I also play Shockwave. I've been in touch with Greg Centers. Shockwave's on the album, too.
Yeah, they're on the album, yes.
Yep. And he's still recording. It's not metal, it's not the whole band, it's just his stuff, but he's been sending me stuff and I've been playing it as well. And I do play, they had a lot of songs too out, and he's given those to me, and I rotate them in too. And I always mention that album. It would be great. I mean, like I said, sadly a number of those folks aren't with us anymore,
right?
But it would be neat, if anybody were up for it, to put together a show or something.
Yeah,
a reunion.
Yeah,
and it's cool because there's like a lot of new bands too. So do you know what I mean? And I'm sure there'd be a lot of great offerings. And I'm surprised at the amount of people, young and our age, which is ageless, but
yes,
there's a number of people that, oh wow, the 97 Underground, you guys are going out. There's a lot of people that know about it, and for something that's kind of like quote unquote underground, I'm surprised that a lot of people, so many people know about it. Really.
Right. So just one thing it's the people who are younger and you should say, referring to us should have been people who are young and even younger, right? That should have been.
There you go.
Yeah, but you're right. A lot of people ask me about that all the time too, especially people in the younger generation, because I've turned a number of bands on to 97 and I've been playing their stuff. There's a band called Lilac out of Georgia. I met them through podcasting. They got referred to me and as a musical act, and I'm guessing they're maybe about 30 at the oldest, and they love it. They never heard of 97 Underground until I met them, And then they've been listening and everything, and they've looked up and they've read about it, and they're like, wow, this is really cool. And there's been a few others out there too that I've made contact with, and they've also told me that they do listen, and when they get their material together, they're going to send it my way as well. But yeah, I do believe, I'm a believer in the scene, and I'm a believer in, part of my role at 97 is to help our scene. It is all, for our heritage of music and entertainment in this area here. I like to, play the material, play people's material from this area. And
we opened up for our UFO at the Thunderdome. That kind of got us back together. When we worked together for, I think we broke up, I don't know, it was 89 or so, 90, somewhere in there, because Jackie had babies. But then we got back together to do that show and open up for UFO. That was the start of getting us back together, and we stayed together ever since.
Yeah, we took a hiatus because Jackie had some children and stuff, and we were the whole time during the late 80s we were working on the first CD that we now know is the first CD, the self-titled CD. But we would have been the first band in Maryland to have a CD, because at that time CDs had just came out as the media. Graduating from cassettes. So but it's kind of a shame because all that work was done and we shelved it. But luckily, timing is everything, and it was kind of like a time capsule. It got such good reviews, critically acclaimed over in Europe and Germany. So I guess it came out the right time. I used to be bummed out that it was kind of like the project it should have been that never was. You know what I mean? But then it came into its fruition, and it was really a good thing.
Right.
And it was called Metal Maidens magazine voted us like #1 CD, I think, of the year twice.
#1 and #2 for 2004 and 2005. And we were in the group, the top 5 was like Judas Priest and I think Black Sabbath. So it was really an honor.
Yeah. And then we also were in, it's called Heavy magazine. And it's got like Tugby Iommi on the front. And we were in that too.
And Headache.
Right. And that's all like in another language.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then tell them about the CD we were on, like some German festival.
I can't remember which magazine it was, but it was coincided with the Walking Festival at the time. And they had a real CD, because they weren't at the digital point that we are now, but there was an actual CD was in the magazine. It was going to go out to tens of thousands of fans for whoever went through the gates at Walking. So that was really, really an honor too. It was the song Scarlet Angel. And I have to say that I have particular fondness for that song. I mean, quite frankly, I think that song could wake me from the dead. But
that's a good song. That's a really good song.
It was really an honor to do those things, and we hope to do more. I mean, it's all part of the band's evolution.
We're also on a collaboration of bands that played at the Fish Head. We're on that CD too, and I forgot what that one was called.
It's like 25 years of rock.
Yeah, and Blue Angels and Butterflies is on.
Yeah, they selected that song, Kim's song, for that.
Oh, good.
There's a lot of other Maryland bands. It's a Maryland thing for, because the Fish Head Canteen has been around for a long time, and I'm sure you've been there, Mike. They have a nice stage and everything.
Yeah, I introduced you the night you opened for Great White.
Oh yeah, that was a great show.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was packed show. We had who else we opened up there? Great White, Lynch Mob, Metal Church, Slaughter. We opened up for Winger twice, LA Guns twice, Crocus, Rhino Bucket, Kitty. That was the night we played with them, OTEP and Crisis all together.
Twisted
Sister was a big one at Ram's Head, and also Spread Eagle. That was out in Delaware, I believe. That was the last national act we opened up for. Spread Eagle. I think we opened for Bang Tango, and a few others that
you said Spread Eagle, right?
Yeah,
Spread Eagle.
Like that poster over there. That was funny. That they were really nice guys. They were really cool. And then I got to playing their CDs because I had 2 of them, and I got them to sign it and all that because we opened up for them. And I forgot, like, these guys were really good. I totally forgot how good they were. But yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, so it sounds like you've really opened for some great people. And so the next goal should be, you should have a list of people who have opened for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, here's another thing too. we were in the Battle of the Bands contest
Mm-hmm.
on another radio station out in PA, and we came in the top 3 of 32 bands to open up for Kicks at the York Fair, and we played right before them, and that was amazing because we won the Battle of the Bands top 3, and we played it right before they did, so we had the audience, we had everybody there. It was really cool. That was a fun night, and let me show you a picture from that.
Sure.
It was nice to play on that big stage at the York Fairgrounds. It was really cool.
Well, especially
there's a picture of us and somebody taking a picture, and the crowd in the back, and we had our flag and everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, that was a great time. That was so much fun. There were so many people, and Kicks were great, and they were nice to us, and it was a good time.
Yeah, that must have been a great night for you. I mean, and Kicks, they're great to people. I've had a couple of the members on my show. Brian Forsyth on.
Yes, you did, and I listened to that. That was my man.
Yep.
I got a picture of him on the wall with me too. Yes.
He's great. And then I've got another member coming up in March. I'm not going to announce who it is, because the thing is, it's like if it gets canceled or something and we're not able to do it, then I'm going to look like an ass. But
Bob,
not that I don't already, but
was talking to Michelle a lot about. I heard you guys talking about guitars and amps and stuff like that. That's really cool. And I was like right in front of Jimmy's drums, and they were like moving mine on and moving his back. It was just such a neat experience to see all these people moving your drums for you. I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
It's just really good time.
So there's like three opening bands, and they set up each drum on wheels, like on a platform, and they just kind of rolled it in and rolled it out.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't pick up our equipment because they're all union. I guess when you're working at that level, they're all union, and no, we have to pick that up, which is kind of weird because
Yeah. I was like, okay. And so my drums were on a riser, and then they rolled it up, and then they would just roll the whole riser away, and then bring the next band up on their riser. It was really cool. Let him come up if he wants to come up.
He can.
Come on, Candy and Kane want to get on the camera too. Come on, babies.
Of course.
That's Kane.
Hello.
Hello. This is Kane. There he goes.
There's Kane.
His brother Candy's here too, with a K. Candy and Kane, of course.
Yeah, that is that must have been just phenomenal. Kicks, great guys they are. It's a shame to see them.
We've also opened for Funny Money too. That was at what was that bar that's no longer around?
Which one?
Exactly.
Down in Pasadena.
Network? No. AL Gators, Daytonas.
No, it wasn't the network. It was in Pasadena, and it was like kind of on the water, but then they had an inside too.
Oh yeah. I can't remember what that was. Nabs Creek.
Nabs Creek. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm. And that was different because they were playing at Nabs Creek.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a good show too. Yep. Funny Money. And then of course Kicks got back together and started touring again and playing, and there we were. So
well, that's incredible. And I really hope that you get the right people in there, and then you're able just to get back to cranking out great. So I really can't wait to hear what you come up with. I'm sure you probably are. You've got a head start right now on at least the foundation of new material and everything. Right?
Oh yeah, me and Kim start working on some things.
Yeah.
So
So we're looking forward to hearing the new singer.
Mm-hmm.
We got some auditions coming up, and a bass player who's toured with some people. So it's interesting how we're getting some really good players, seasoned players that want to play with us, which is good.
That's a good thing. Are you going to continue in the direction of are you going to stick with a female singer, or are you going to go with a male, or do you know?
Preferably.
Okay, yeah.
I put preferably, but you never know. I mean, we don't want to limit ourselves to either.
Sure.
Like some of there's a whole like niche market for metal bands from females and or especially female singers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we might have to give that up, but we might gain a new audience too.
Yeah.
Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? So, you know, you gotta give up something to get something a lot of times, and you know, it's just interesting to create more facets and different, you know, layers of success. And I keep telling Kim, it all depends on how you define success. I mean, playing, I love everybody and appreciate their support that comes out to see us doing our cover shows, but for me as a musician and a composer, I don't really think of that as a success. So I want to declare the success that I want, which I think is being a composer and putting original creations out into the universe. I think that's, you know, what real artists yearn for.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't want to say real artists. What an artist yearns for is their own work.
Exactly. Well, they're artists and they're entertainers. And
yes, and there's both.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's a friend of mine's an artist, and she used to take commissions because I think I don't know if you've ever done drawing or tried to do art, Mike, but I think it takes a certain kind of artist to accurately represent the human body and like portraits. And I said, well, how come you don't do that anymore? And she said, because it burned her out, and then like it wasn't soulful. So I kind of feel like playing cover music all the time and ignoring our original creations it's not soulful to me. Right. And a lot of times, like we do 4 sets of music and then we have a couple of originals in, and then everything's condensed and we're running out of room. Well, the originals go off the set list, you know, so it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know every band I've been in, we've always done original. I've never done cover bands. I mean, at the very beginning I did when I was a teenager before I'd written any songs, but all the other ones I've always been all original. You know, I'm like, you know, if I'm going to go out there and play, they're going to hear me, like it or not. You know, people shouting out requests. Hey, can you play this? No. Can you play this? No. You know, they're coming to town, go see them. You know, no, you can't play. No, you know, and the other thing too, we used to get a lot. Oh, can you play at a wedding? No, we're not playing at a wedding. We don't do parties. We play where you go to listen to original material, you know, and you know, I always said, you know, if you want to hear that, go see them. You're here to see us today, and just sit down and listen, and I think you'll like it. You know,
well, we sold a CD. We sold a CD at a show, and some lady came up and said, "Is that song Barracuda on this CD?" And Kim goes, "No, that would be on the Heart CD."
Right.
You know?
That happens quite often. Oh, what's the stuff that you're doing tonight? Is that on here? Like, no, that's cover music. This is our original music that you heard a few of tonight, and I'll have to point out. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well, can you get a CD of your? I'm like, no, no, we don't do that. We're not going to sell
other people's
music of us playing it.
Yeah.
Sell our own music.
Did they not know that Barracuda wasn't your song?
They do. They just, some people, they just don't think. But yeah, like our last show that we played at Dick's Halfway In a few weeks ago, we sold a lot of CDs at that one and a lot of merchandise. Speaking of merchandise, we have Scarlet Angel t-shirts, hats, beanies, thongs.
And it's wintertime, so here's a hoodie.
So here's a hoodie right here. Got a nice hood drawstring, and it's got a really cool back on it.
I like it. That's nice. Oh, hey, I like it.
Yeah, we had these, and we had t-shirts for 25, hoodies for 45, and hats. We got like ball caps as well as beanies, thongs, booty shorts, stickers, all kind of really cool stuff.
Do you have a tour shirt handy?
A what?
A tour shirt. Rise Metal Angels. Oh. So, Mike, I've been after Kim for years now to try to get the permit for Up the Haunted House, because there's like so many people that would listen to us because they're a captive audience.
Yeah,
But I mean, you know, you got to get permits to do all that stuff. But it would be a great venue for music.
It
and
would
you know,
be.
heavy metal and you know, the haunt is, you know, kind of like
they go hand.
People are fans of both, you know.
Yeah, they go hand in hand, and I mean, it would even be cool if, I mean, she has, like the way you have the haunt up there, like there is like kind of an area that's sort of central to all of it where people go and kind of sit. There's picnic tables there.
That's called the Midway at Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill, Spring Grove, PA, kimscrypt.com. Check that out. And
that's not a tour shirt.
Well, I was going to show them this one. Check this out.
That's nice.
Yeah, Scarlet Angel. We have red, maroon.
Oh, hey, black, there you go.
Blue, gray, and check this out. This one?
Yeah.
This is the newest CD.
Oh, hey, I like it.
Yeah.
And on the back, the axe, she's true. And trust. That's lyrics off of one of our songs. The axe.
Who did your art?
Oh man, you know what, Mike? I have you ever heard of Fiverr?
No.
Well, you should check it out because you can get art on there for all kind of prices.
Oh,
do you know
okay.
Do you know how much I paid for that art?
How much?
$15. Make me holla.
Yeah, because it's called Fiverr because you pay $5 to the artist and you tell them what you want, and it's all kind of different because you can see people's work on there.
Oh,
and then you
okay.
can pick somebody and they'll do it for you, and they'll say, okay, I can do it for this much, but if I have to redo anything, then it's $5 more, and then $5 more. So yeah, I've had one of my my camp out shirts done by a person like that. So it's pretty wild.
Yeah, but they have different packages. Like you can get the basic or deluxe package, which it covers so many revisions. But I'm very specific on. I mean, you saw our post on Facebook that we asked for the qualifications for a singer and bass player. It was very detailed. I'm usually very detailed. There's a guy from Bulgaria that did this, and I had him. He did like 6 different covers, so we had to pick from 6 different covers. And I told Kim, because I'm a big comic book fan, I wanted to get like let me see, our first run's 1,000. I wanted to get 250 in our 4 favorite covers, but because you know how kind of like to do with the comic books, like you have different covers and it could become collectible. But the rest of the band didn't share my enthusiasm on that. But I still have that artwork, and we still could do that. But it's so I think it's FIVR. You'd have to if you're gonna Google it. Try both FIVER, FIVR. I can't remember.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, I really I've always really admired all the things you guys have done over the years. As long as I've known you, and I hadn't always known you that well, but Kim, with and well, you two, with the band, the persistence for all these years to do that. Kim, you with the crypt.
Yep.
I mean, it's just I'd have to say, the two of you are probably of all the people I know, probably the most true to yourselves. A lot of confidence in yourself, belief in yourself, stick-to-itiveness, and you just go out there and you make it happen. Go-getters, and I've always admired that about you guys. You've always,
that.
And you keep me going. Sometimes, and I'm running my own thing with the murder mysteries. That's never been bad. But then there's been other projects and things like that where I'm just like, oh my God. And then I just think, you know what? It wouldn't bother Kim. She would just let it roll right off of her. Michelle. I'm just like, you guys are very inspirational. And you've done. You've accomplished so much. Sounding great. And you're ready for the next thing. And I've I'm behind you here. Anything I can do to help you out.
Well, I look at it as like we give our all and give 100%, no matter if it's 8 people or 800 people, because those people, even if it's a handful of people, they hear your music. Next thing you know, they're buying CDs, they're telling people about it and buying shirts and all. So it's spreading the word wherever you play. So and we've had some shows where there's a massive amount of people. We've had some shows where there's a minimal amount of people, but we still give our all. And a lot of times that the people they're loving it. They're like, man, where are you from? Never heard of you. And of course, we've been around for 30. I've been in the band 38 years, and it's been 40 years for Michelle now. So we're still going.
It's such a special feeling to look out into the audience and people to be enthusiastic and wearing your clothing that says your band's name, and they're actually singing the words to your original songs. That's very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that is really neat.
It is. It's a good feeling. I had that experience, with my earlier bands, people coming out and doing that. And, and that was, now I won't go into that, but, I think it was, it's a bonehead move to break up the day your CD comes out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we won't get into that. That's a whole separate episode of Fowl Players Radio. I did an hour of Orange Seed Parade history, as well as my 97 Underground interview. I also played that on there, but I'll let people listen to that on their own time here, not on yours. So, but it is a good feeling. And I can understand, you wanting to pursue that now, you at the end of the day, when your time comes, you're going to look back at yourself and you're not going to give a damn that you did Barracuda. You're going to give a damn that people liked Rise Metal Angels and they liked, Blue Angels and Butterflies, and they liked Scarlet Angel itself, and they liked, Chains of Rock and all the other songs that you have. That's really what you're in it for here, and I'm glad that you're moving that direction. It's good to see, and honestly, I really think I've interviewed a lot of bands lately. I get out of when I can, when I'm not playing or working, and I'm talking to bands around here, and there is a lot of consensus that folks in the youngster age group like us that are moving in the direction of just doing original, and there are clubs that are accepting of it. And I think we're going to see a rise of that around here again. That pendulum has swung a few times,
We hope so.
I think it's going to swing back that way for a while now. And the thing is that, could it be Baltimore's time?
That would be exciting.
It would be.
I mean, we've had good scenes here, but now we're all a little bit younger and a little bit wiser, a little bit more experienced and better. Hey, it could be that time,
There are people out there, though, they just want to do kind of the same thing. They want to go to see the same bands, the same clubs, play the same music, and they want to hear stuff that they're familiar with. But once you familiarize yourself, that's why I tell people with our music, then there you go.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say, well, I've never heard you before. Well, now you have.
Mm-hmm.
Take the CD, and I've never had somebody buy our CDs and say they didn't like it. They're like, man, I can't believe it. They're so good. I'm like, yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Even at Kim's Crypt, in the gift shop, I play over and over again on loop. The second one, Enter the Magic, and I have Rise of Metal Angels, which is the third one, on loop up on the second floor as you walk out onto the balcony of the Haunted Mill. And it's Scarlet Angel as skeletons. We're all up there as skeleton figures playing and all that. And the music's playing and the smoke's coming out. There's lights and all. It's pretty cool. So when I'm up there with people, I'm like, by the way, that's my band, Scarlet Angel, and I'm the drummer. Like, what? They were the band. I'm like, yeah, very much so. Longer than I've been doing the Crypt, believe it or not.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, that's grown so much over the years, and I mean, such a that in itself, as I've told you, is just such an awesome accomplishment. That's something I'm just
31 years doing that.
Yeah, like wow. I mean, it's amazing, and like I said, the both of you have had so many just wonderful accomplishments you should both be proud of, and I mean, I admire it, I respect it a lot.
Thanks, Mike.
I really do. And so you had mentioned a little bit when we spoke during our 97 Underground chat, would you have the possibility, you mentioned maybe with this being year 40, maybe having a couple of shows here and there, if you could, bring back some of the we'll say the Alumni Association, the Scarlet Angel Alumni Association, and maybe do a couple of shows and get some of those folks out.
I was talking to a friend of mine about that today, about having a big show and like actually having other bands too, and calling some of our previous members back. for a night, because it's been, I think that would be an awesome special event to have, and we could, ask some other bands to join us. We could play, primarily original music and throw some select covers in, some rockin' covers.
I think that would be cool. Try to get Mindy back. Mindy was the drummer before me.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to her in years. I don't
Me
think
neither.
that would be really neat
Mm-hmm.
if we could find her. I don't even know what she looks like anymore. I haven't seen her, but that would be wild.
Right. Yeah, that would be. That would be. I guess she was there until 86 when you joined. Was that the one who fell?
Yes.
Yes.
She fell into a hydraulic lift hole and hurt her back. And then they contacted me to do the Bloody Hearts Valentine's Day show in February. I believe it was at the
Middle River Volunteer Fire Department.
Yes. So we played there. That was my first show with them. I learned like 40 songs in 2 weeks. I played there. And I was already in another band. And then after that, Mindy just never came back or never wanted to come back. So I stayed. I stayed in the band. Yeah. And then we did, let me see if I got that paper. Then we did Scarlet Angel presents Nightmare on Wilson Point Road. We did an all ages big festival of Halloween and horror. And this was our flyer that Jackie made back in the day. This is pretty neat. See the old school look of the handmade flyers. We used to go out and like take staple guns and ride around in Michelle's pickup truck and put them on telephone poles on Eastern Avenue, Road, Rossville Boulevard. We'd go all over the place. So we were just like Route 40 up and down the road, just boom, 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 boom. And then this is another one where we played the Rage, Grog and Taggart Cafe Tattoo. And this was around Thanksgiving. The year was, let's say.
That would have to have been around 90.
No, it would have had.
I think it was in the 80s.
80. Okay. Yes. And the reason being is because it's the 88, 89, I want to say, because that was the same time around.
Jackie's got that. She got the 97 Underground album on. Or hat.
She got the 97 Underground hat on.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
I think isn't that the picture on the back of the 97 Underground album? Yeah, but no. You played at those places, Mike, didn't you? The Rage.
Oh yeah, we were like furniture at the Rage. We were there like at least 5 times a month. I mean, we were like Norm at Cheers at the Rage. God, we played there. I got some stories about that place too. I'll tell you off the air, but
and this was hosted by 97 Underground because it says like Larry Edwards.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Check that out. So that was a good fun night, and that's back when you didn't have to have area code for your phone number. Remember that?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
No 410, no 301, but it was 301 before it was 410. A lot of people don't remember that, but yeah.
Was that the party that we were supposed to play with you, or was that another year? Because you showed me one flyer that said Fritz's Dynamite on there, but we were gone before. That
I'm
show
not sure
happened.
if it was that one, Mike, because I think we had 3 of them.
2.
Okay,
We had 2 Halloween balls because the other one was down off Marlin Avenue Hall.
It wasn't at the same place.
No, Wilson Point Road's the different one. That's Middle River.
Okay, yeah, because I played 2 with you guys.
Yeah, but it's like every time we had those hall parties, they were raided by the police because everybody started carrying on. Like,
oh yeah.
Dumping beer on each other and pushing each other, trying to start a mosh pit. And then I guess the people that, organized the event were kind of scared and they called the police. But one time we walked out of Middle River Volunteer Fire Department, we looked up the street, there was nothing but police cars. It was kind of surreal all the way up to Eastern Avenue.
Wow.
Another thing we did a pig roast for the Kingsman Motorcycle Club.
That was on the Eastern Shore. Yeah. That was fairly
more recent, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we love playing. I think we go hand in hand. Scarlet Angel at Motorcycle Club events like Bull Roast and Oyster Roast. We kind of like doing those too.
You know something? Motorcycle clubs. I never really did a lot of those shows or any of them in my bands, but I used to roadie for people that did. And I got to tell you one thing. You get in good with the bikers, you really have something because they are one appreciative audience.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. The Fat Boys parties all the time.
Fat Boys, yeah. We played Hell's Angels one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hell's Angels down in Dundalk.
And here's the spread eagle poster that we did. I believe this was last May.
Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they signed it and all. We played that show. That was a good time.
That was in Delaware. Was it Halftime Sports Bar up in Delaware?
Yeah.
It's right, like right off 95. They always have like original acts, or they have and they come from all over, like New York, New Jersey, other states. They also do what do you call them? Like tribute bands, and they have a lot of national acts. So it's a good place to get in with if there's any bands out there.
September 19th, we opened up for Crocus. That was
at the House of Rock. That was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
For that. And then this is something we did a little bit more recent. Women Who Rock Fest 2. And we played a Lady Picture Show, which is a Stone Temple Pilots tribute band, and Sister Twisted. They are a Twisted Sister tribute band. And then we were a Judas Priest.
We do Judas Priest tribute. Yeah. It's not Judas Priest tribute band. It's Scarlet Angel doing Judas Priest tribute, because we're obviously, one guitar band and stuff, and we don't try to look like them.
Yeah.
But that was the third 2021. So
yeah, but both of those bands, Lady Picture Show, Stone Temple Pilots, tribute band, they both of those bands were from New York.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that. And I think, didn't you guys go up there to play with them too? I remember you talking about it was like Queens or something. Long Island, yeah.
In Long Island, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was a really good time.
There was a Black Sabbath tribute band.
Yeah.
And then Picture Show, the Stone Temple Pilots one, and we did our Judas Priest one. It was really fun.
Yeah, that was fun. We were all leathered up. I think that's the one time that Abby played bass.
Oh, okay.
He played bass for the beginning
of the Hellion for Judas Priest.
For Judas Priest.
And then she took it off and threw it to Barry.
Yeah.
So do electric eye. Yeah, it was cool.
Yep.
That was a good time.
God, how many kidneys did you have to sell to get across the Verrazano Bridge? That toll, good Lord.
It's terrible, isn't it? We rented a big ass van and went up there.
Yeah.
It was, 10 passenger, I think.
Yeah. It worked out very well.
Yeah, that's why I take the train when I go up. I just, I catch Jersey Transit and take that in, $16.
How'd that work out?
Easily. But, I'm not lugging band equipment either. I'm just pretty much taking a bag with me with, my headshots and all that stuff in it. But I just drive up to Trenton and I catch a train from there. It's like $32 round trip.
Wow.
Lets me off right underneath Madison Square Garden, and
nice.
Everything's pretty much in walking distance, Yeah, this is great. I mean, it's nice to have all your own memorabilia and your own memories there like that. That's really cool, Kim.
Yeah, we got a lot more stuff here and there, and we got a little, like a children's book
for Jack-o'-lantern song. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like see, what is it? Hear the record, see the pictures, hear the music. It was like, kind of like the old
the Disney records.
The Disney records, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
We have one.
Yeah, it comes with a CD just of Jack-o'-lantern in it for kids, and we're all characters in the book. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really is.
I have to see that sometime. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, we only have a few of those.
Yeah, it's just a little paperback, but it's cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
That's really neat. You remember too, here's what you guys got to do. You got to get in with a cereal company. You got to put a record on the back that you cut out.
Yeah.
Remember they used to do that with
Yeah. Wow. They were like square.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, I remember that.
I remember them being on Super Sugar Crisps or something.
Yeah, something like that. It was usually like the Osmonds, or it was always like bubblegummy, acts from those. And then they also had, like, in National Geographic, they had those records. They were floppy. I guess they were plastic or whatever. They were like, you pull those, they would like just attach, and they were like whales or something,
That's cool.
Like humpback whale noises.
That's cool.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
We had a couple endorsements with like some energy drinks, and Kim's Cryptis was on those too.
Yeah, it was Freak Energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them, but the Freak Energy drink was with the big old cardboard cutout of it, and and then that was some good times too. They gave us a whole bunch back when I used to drink soda and caffeine, which I do not anymore.
Yeah.
They gave us like cases of it, and it was good times.
Yeah, I saw that. You gave up. You gave that up a couple of years ago, I think.
I did.
I remember.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I gave up caffeine first,
Mm-hmm.
and then soda. I'm like, might as well just get rid of all of it. So I drink a lot of like water, cranberry juice,
Sure.
orange juice, stuff like that.
Yeah, I used to. I missed your posts when you were working for your day job, and all the animals you used to save from the side of the road.
I know. It was constant. I mean, I even saved a little mouse one time in the snow. I remember that. It looked like a little mouse. I saved ducks and cats and dogs and geese and it just never ended. But so now I do it up at my property at Kim's Crypt. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a mouse. And he was eating crackers. I'm like, let him eat the crackers. Yeah. I got cats running around. We feed them too. So yeah, it's always something.
And Fred.
Fred. Fred is the turkey. He's a turkey buzzard, the black vulture that was born at Kim's Crypt, and we discovered him in July, and he was like little, and he was hissing.
He was still
like, oh, what is that thing? He was hissing at me, and we took care of it. We fed it. Trixie named it Fred, and we were giving it water and everything, and next thing you know, he was kind of jumping up on the fence and hanging out and spreading his wings and getting all my props. And he stayed for a good 3 weeks at least. And then he flew away, but he comes back to visit and he's flapping. I go, Fred, Fred. I get all silly and he's flapping. And hopefully he'll come back with his girlfriend and leave some like new little Fred babies. I even have a Fred photo op up at the crypt. You got to check that out too.
There was well, he was still a chick when you found him, I guess, right? He was still like a baby.
Was he? I think he was like an adolescent, wasn't he? Because he looked like he's pretty big.
Yeah, he was bigger. He wasn't a chick then.
Oh, okay.
He was like kind of walking around and making this noise. And even one of my biggest guys that worked for me full time said, something's big and it's noisy and I'm not going in there. And we all kind of, because he said this on the radio, he's like, something's big in the block building. So we all got on the golf carts and ran down to the terror trail to see what it was. And it was this thing. I'm like, what is it? And it was this thing. It was on the ground. It was just kind of looking, and it had the beak and the beady eyes, and it was just going. I'm like, what's that noise? So I recorded the audio, and I visit him every day, and he kept hissing at me, even though I was the one feeding him. I recorded the audio, and then I made a photo op of that audio of this thing I got at Spirit. It's like a big crow looking thing, and it goes like this, and the beak comes out. I turned that audio down and put the real audio there. So and the beady eyes, and I got all the bones, the real bones around it, and I got like a coffin with a mummy in it, and it's a whole like little photo op area.
It's a plague mask, isn't it?
It's a plague
mask
thing.
You made a bird out of it. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's a nice little photo op area over there. I got a crate photo op. It's a lot of fun. We're always doing crazy stuff at Kim's Crypt.
Oh, you always are. Well, it was great to catch up with you all today. I'm glad to hear you've got a lot of exciting things going on, a lot of things to look forward to, a new chapter and a milestone that you've hit. And I know that, there's always exciting things going on up at the crypt too. So, real quick before we wrap up here, I know, are you still primarily using your Facebook page as your website for the time being?
Yeah, while we construct our new one, because
right, yeah,
like I said, they kind of unceremoniously switch platforms on us, and then everybody's like, your dates aren't up to date.
I mean, it is scarletangelrocks.com, but it's not updated. There's nothing we can do to update it at this time.
Construct a new one.
So we have a Facebook page, and I believe we're still on Maryland Party when we play shows. But right now
probably will be playing for a while.
Yeah.
So
right. And then so you've got that. Then you've also have, of course, kimscrypt.com.
Yes, that's my website for the haunted house,
where everything is here. So, well, look, it was great to catch up with you all. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. I always enjoy talking to you and seeing you when I get a chance to. It's hard to believe. I mean, God, I think back whenever I run into you guys, I always think back about the Monsters of Edgerock show. That was just one of the masterpieces of. But it was cool. It was. What can you say? It was just a legend. Just a legend. So folks, we've had Michelle and Kim from Scarlet Angel on tonight. keep an eye out for their Facebook page and also kimscrypt.com. And, you know, keep an eye out for them. It's going to, like I said, once they regroup and get back out there, it's definitely going to be good. So, folks, you know, again, remember Scarlet Angel, and we will see you all next time. Have a good one, ladies. Good to see you.
Thanks so much. See you later.
Bye.
Rock and roll.
Well, folks, thanks again for tuning in to our episode today with Scarlet Angel. Michelle and Kim, it's always a pleasure. You know, they've reached a big milestone this year, 40 years of Scarlet Angel, and they're talking about their new direction. I'm optimistic it's going to be great. You know, I'm definitely going to miss seeing Abby and Barry with them. But I tell you, you know, they're off to some great things too. And Scarlet Angel's website is currently their Facebook page. They're going to have a new one under construction soon. And also, of course, kimscrypt.com. You can find out about all the things that Kim is up to at her haunt at the Crypt up in Spring Grove, PA. The Fowl Players of Perryville are back in action this year. And again, we've got shows on Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, Fifth Company Brewing. FowlPlayersofPerryville.com is our website. And if you're interested in booking us, fowlplayersperryville@yahoo.com or 443-600-0446. Every Tuesday from 4 to 6, tune into the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, 97underground.com. We feature songs you forgot you liked, classics that never die, interviews with up-and-coming and beloved classic local and regional bands. Go to 97underground.com and download the free app. Listen to us anytime, anywhere. Again, we thank you for tuning in and listening. Please support our guests and their endeavors. Links to all of their you know, tickets to shows and their websites and their books and albums and everything can be found in the show notes of every episode. And again, fowlplayersradio.com, youtube.com/@fowlplayersradio. Please, if you would, please just go to wherever you listen to the show. Give us, you know, hit the subscribe button, give us, you know, an honest review, whatever you think of us, just, you know, click on that, however many stars. We definitely appreciate it. And folks, this is Michael Spedden signing off, and we'll see you all next time.